And let the battle ensue. This is round 43 of Skip versus Ernestine. I'm Ernest. No, I'm
You're
not
not
Ernestine.
Ernestine.
I want to be Ernestine just
You
for
can't
one,
take my
just
name.
one show. I just want to be
No.
Ernestine.
No.
I
please.
think
You
we're
don't
going to
wanna
get to
be
a
me.
question about Ernestine.
You don't want to be me.
Well, you're going to answer whether you like your
Okay.
name or not. It's a good
okay.
name. But I like Skip.
Well, you can be Skip. You are Skip.
We actually have two unique names.
We do.
Right?
Yeah. My name is very unique.
It's rare.
And your name, you chose.
I didn't choose it. It chose me.
Well, but then you decided to go with it.
I know, but this is so weird that my
so weird.
father called my mother this when they were dating. Like you're the skipper of the ship, so you decide where we're going to eat tonight.
It's weird.
And then I get born. They name me after him. Unfortunately, there's Hazel. We're about to get to Hazel. John Edward II, and yet from day one, moment one, like I'm out of the womb, he starts calling me Skip, and my mother liked it, and then they never ever called me John. So I like it.
Well,
I'll take it.
It's a good name. Not everybody has that name.
No, not everybody
Not
has
everybody has my
Ernestine.
name.
Round 43. Here
What
we
is
go.
the quote? The quote is, "You need to be." Is a Chanel quote? You need to be you because everybody else is taken.
Okay.
It's a good quote. I think
Kind
it
of
was
a duh.
Chanel.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Okay. Chanel.
I think it was Coco Chanel.
Okay. Well, your closet
have
is
to-
full of Chanel.
Oh,
right?
yeah. We're sponsored by Chanel. Yes, I have a Chanel deal.
So we thank you for all of your questions and
Thank
all of
you.
your comments, even the negative ones. We welcome one and all.
And I would like a Chanel deal.
You would?
Of course. Oh my God, who wouldn't want a Chanel deal?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't care.
Well, forget about you, but I would love a Chanel deal. But that's not happening.
Let's start with one of your questions from one of my favorite cities, Tulsa, Oklahoma. You have been to Tulsa.
I
We
have,
get a
and
number
I survived,
of questions.
and I lived.
You like to tell my golf
I
in
lived to
Tulsa,
tell.
at Tulsa Country Club.
That's true.
Our man Lil Wayne always says that he loves playing Tulsa. He gets
Really?
some of his best crowds on the road are Tulsa
Wow,
crowds.
that's interesting.
Who knew? I don't know. Jen from Tulsa says, bringing Hazel out for a cameo clearly didn't go as planned on last week's
Womp
show.
womp.
Yeah. She seems to always be, quote unquote, non-stop.
She's always
is
jacked
she?
up on Mountain
Mountain
Dew.
Dew. Diet Mountain Dew. No, we don't feed her Diet Mountain Dew. Why do you think that was? And have you ever tried to work with animal trainers to find ways to calm her down? Asked Jen from Tulsa.
Yes, we did. We actually got Cesar Millan.
Cesar Millan, the great
First
Cesar
year
Millan.
she was born.
Yeah, she was 6 months old.
We knew there was a problem with her because she just was. I used to carry her around in one of those little pouches. I would go to the grocery store with her in the pouch, and then after a while she was getting too big for the pouch, and then I was like, wow, I can't carry her anymore.
By the way, she chose her because she thought
Well, I
she
thought she was
was
going to be a teacup. At the
teacup
time,
dog.
Paris Hilton had a little dog. It was a very trendy
What?
thing to have little dogs.
It was going to be her
Carry her
dog.
around.
I
I'm gonna
wanted
take her to
nothing
New York
do
on the
with
plane. It never happened.
Leave me
But
alone.
anyway.
You're going to do all the
Yeah.
peeing and pooping. You
Right,
do all
yeah,
that. The
yeah.
feeding.
But
you do it.
anyway, we got a call from Cesar Millan.
Yeah.
He was doing a show with celebrities and their dogs, and he said, hey, if you want to be part of the video of me coming over to your house and checking out your dog and seeing how your dog is, I won't charge you, because he usually charges like $10,000 a pop to come to your house. So we said, okay. So he came over. I have the video. And he tried to teach her how to get on the, he put her on the treadmill. I have a
Put Hazel
video
on
of
the
her
treadmill.
trying to go on the treadmill.
I warned him when he came to the door. I said, this is going to be a tough one. And he's
Yeah,
like,
he said, oh,
yeah,
please.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he blamed me that I was, what did he say?
Enabling
He
her
said
or
I was
something.
an enabler, that I treated her like, his big thing was he does not believe in treating animals like children or family members. He believes an animal is an animal and they have to work for their keep in their house. And he said, the problem with you, he goes, do you know why I have that house that I have and the whatever? He said, and he comes from Mexico, and he said the reason why is people here in the United States, thankfully they treat their dogs, and that's why, like kids, and that's why I have to show up. That's why I have a nice house and I have everything else, because where I come from, we don't treat animals like that.
Okay.
Well,
So to Jen's question, I brought
Didn't work.
Hazel out. She's in the doghouse, like
She's always in the
figuratively now,
doghouse,
because
yeah.
she's just impossible. We had her out here for like 30 episodes.
Yeah, we did, but then she started getting wacky, and it was too hard to talk. And
I keep telling you, the biggest problem was when you started bringing treats, because if you have a bag of treats, she's just going to be
no,
crazed.
but if you don't have the bag of treats, she just sits here and then
She'll
she'll
just
lick your
stay.
hand for. It's so annoying, for like an
She
hour.
likes me. I can't help it.
Well, I guess you have good skin.
I
I don't
have
know,
good
but
skin.
whatever. But no, it's not just that. Then she will start getting rambunctious. She's not like a dog that will just sit here and be quiet.
Although we used to do the show at another place in the house where it was more formal.
Well, you also held her that she couldn't. Oh, I do have her with us, but kind of.
Hazel.
But you held her, and she was contained. Here, she has too much to roam. But Cesar then said, "Hey, I can come back, but you would have to trust me." And I said, "It's hard to walk her around." And he said, "I promise you, I could walk her, and she'll be okay." And he said, but then I just gave up on it. It was like, and then he said, "Bring her to my place." He has a ranch near, what is
We'd
that,
have to-
Magic Mountain or somewhere?
Yeah, we'd have to leave her.
I have to
for
leave
2
her for a
weeks,
couple of
yeah.
weeks. And quite honestly, I don't trust people. I don't care who it is, how they're going to train your dog.
I don't either.
I'm sure training is going to include some kind of hitting or, I don't know.
Some
I don't
kind
know.
of disciplining, yeah.
Discipline, leash collars with spikes, or I don't know what they do. Don't feed her if she doesn't do so whatever. She
Okay.
is who she is.
So
She's not going to change.
what has evolved here is that I can control Hazel pretty well, and she won't listen to you at all. And I think it's a mother-daughter thing. She's very smart, and she knows she can get away with bullying you, and she can't bully me.
Well, she does bully you sometimes. It's not as though you get
really.
no bully from her. She has gone to bite you. She goes to bite me.
Yeah, maybe a couple of times, and she paid for it because I don't
Paid
spare
for
the
it?
rod and spoil the child. I don't.
Get out of here.
Well,
You're not
did
gonna
I
go
not?
hit her?
I swatted her. I did.
No.
I've
that-
hit her twice.
Oh, I've taken a magazine and
Okay, well,
wrapped her on the nose
I
or something.
popped her and she knew it, and she's
Well,
like,
"You're not going to
"Whoops,
do that if
not
I'm
gonna
around.
do that again."
You're not going to do that if I'm here. No way.
Okay, but
There's no violence in this house.
No, there's no violence, but there's some discipline. And again, she will obey me, but I treat her way differently than you treat her.
She's got some weird relationship with you. I don't know what it is.
But you talk to her in baby talk, and she's not a baby,
Yes, she is. She's a dog who's 8 years old.
I don't ever do that to her. I just
Oh,
talk
well,
to
you
her like
talk to her,
this.
talk to her. What
Like
have you
she's
read
a
lately?
Person. She's an
Right.
adult. What have you read lately, Hazel?
Yeah,
Well, I read The
thank
Sun
God,
Also
thank,
Rises.
Thank God she is not a child, because the other night I had to call my sister Joyce, and I said, "Do you believe you have her holed up in your room on football Sunday?"
Mm-hmm.
I put the dinner down in the kitchen for her to eat, and then it's like 7:30, and I knocked on your door to do something, and I see she's laying in her bed on the floor, and she still hasn't eaten her dinner. I said, "She has to eat. You would have just let her not eat for the rest of the night."
But she'll eat when she decides.
You can't do that.
She has a mind of her own.
She has to eat. Good thing you were not.
Every
a
time
father.
you tell her to eat, when you tell her to eat, she won't eat.
Well, now she's gone into
She's
a
in a
different
rebellious
world
against mom stage. It's a
She
mother-daughter.
only will eat if you're sitting there or standing there. So
That's
well, I
true.
don't
Now
know.
it's gotten to be. I have to go into the kitchen and like stand
From now
there
on, they
while
should
she's
call her
eating.
Mrs. Bayless,
Jealousy.
Hazel Bayless.
We've got this triangle relationship.
please,
We're gonna have
let
to
her-
get a therapist involved.
Yeah, please go with the dog.
Well, you're resentful that she likes me.
Oh, I don't care if she likes you, but it just gets crazy that she won't. If I say, "Hazel, do you want to go out?" She looks to see if you're going to say okay. What is this like? I give it up.
Well, she was supposed to be your dog. Now you're just resentful.
Right,
of
I'm
her.
resentful. I'm going to get I would like to get, instead of that, I would like to get a goat
Get a coat.
or a pig, a little potbelly pig. I'd like to get a potbelly pig.
Well, if we went to get a goat, we could get Jordan or Brady, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's funny. Potbelly pig is what I would like.
Potbelly
Yeah, I
pig?
saw the other day, I watched a video. The potbelly pig was it's in Central Park. They were saying somebody brought, instead of their dog, potbelly pig, and it's friends with all the dogs, and they just hang out together and stuff. And somebody was like, "Well, that's not right. It's a potbelly pig. It shouldn't be." I think, why not?
I don't want a potbelly pig.
I'm not saying you can have it. You don't have to have
We
it.
might have to get a second dog that
you
would
could
then
take care
be
of it.
your dog.
Right,
okay?
right. We'll keep trying until somebody becomes my animal, the potbelly pig.
But at least Hazel would be put back in her place if you had another object of your affection, right?
My sister's in love with that. That it's a pygmy hippopotamus, that Ming Dung or whatever. She's in love with that. She sends me videos. It's so cute. It's this little roly-poly
We're not
hippopotamus.
gonna do that. We're
But
not
I
gonna
looked
do
it
it.
up. You can't legally have one.
Okay, good.
It's an endangered species.
I'm happy with Hazel.
Okay.
All right, this is Laura from Memphis, Tennessee. Assuming the two of you are the reason why Taylor Swift broke so many streaming records, I just see the two of you spending date night listening to the album on repeat.
Oh yes.
New album. What is it? Showgirl something. I don't know what it is. Whatever.
No, thank you.
What's
No,
the
thank
album
you.
called?
Showgirl, isn't it?
No, but it's something of a showgirl.
I have-
Life of a showgirl or something?
I guess.
Tyler, do you know what it is? Life of a showgirl. That's what I thought. Okay.
I have no interest.
All right. So there was so much hoopla. There was so
I
much
can't take it.
controversy about track 9 on Life of a Showgirl that I listened to several cuts, but I listened several times to track 9. It's called Wood because it's so suggestive and it's so naughty and it's so whatever. And I'm like, seriously? This? There's a line about opening her thighs to, I assume to Travis is what she's talking about. Whatever.
Do you remember Rod Stewart? I mean,
Hey, do you
Tonight's
remember
the Night?
Madonna? Do you remember? Listen, I told you this the other night. You're going to laugh at me. All of you out there are going to laugh at me, but I dare you to go, just call up on your Apple Music the group Blondie featuring Deborah Harry.
yes, of course, she's
in
iconic.
the 80s. It's almost 50 years ago. She is iconic, but listen to the lyrics of their songs. They're just revolutionary. They're
Well, she
breakthrough.
also was a sex symbol.
She was a sex symbol,
She
and-
still is beautiful.
And there are all sorts of double entendres and imagery, sexual imagery, and it's smart and it's funny and it's hip and it's cool and she can really sing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Taylor Swift can't sing, except the problem with it is if you start listening to the songs, they truly all sound the same
they
to
all
me.
sound the same. I'm
It
sorry.
just sounds like, and it's almost like automated. It's almost like an AI, like she doesn't really exist, where there's nothing.
Tilly.
Yeah,
She's
she's
Tilly.
Tilly. She's Tilly. Tilly Swift.
I can't
I don't
take
know. I don't know, Tilly Swift.
I can't take
It's
it.
like, and they get this woman to come out and do interviews, but she goes in the studio. I know she does concerts, but it's like it's robotic where you just keep
take
playing the same song and you
Kind of
tweak it a little bit. You know,
It's just I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't take it anymore.
I don't get
I
it.
I walked through the mall today. I had to walk to Beverly Hills, and I go through the mall to get
Yeah.
to Bridge
Yeah.
to walk over to Beverly Hills. They have in the middle of the mall. They always have something happening, whether it's a pop-up store or something, and it's a pop-up Taylor Swift thing since last week when her record came out.
Yeah.
And it's like they got the music blasting, and they have all the they have the signage and they have little kiosks and all the little girls are going in. And it's just like, I walk around the other way so I don't have to be inflicted with this.
I understand.
I don't know.
She
Why?
is a genius marketer.
Yes.
She's genius at your forte, PR.
Yes.
She's great at selling herself and positioning herself
It
to
just
sell.
has become,
But I dare anybody to go listen to Whitney Houston and then listen to Taylor Swift and tell me what you think.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey,
Celine Dion.
Barbara
Barbara
Streisand.
Streisand.
Just go. Diana Ross.
Oh my
Just
God,
go
Diana
listen to the
Ross.
Supremes. Listen to her lead vocals in the Supremes. Listen to 3 or 4 songs and then listen to 4 Taylor Swift songs that all blend into each other.
Yeah,
They all
if you
just
just wanna
fade into
talk
each other.
pure
And tell me what you
talent.
hear. And this is the argument I always get from what I call the blind witnesses, the LeBron lovers. everywhere I go, I just get
But they're
attacked.
not LeBron lovers in this case.
Okay.
This is Taylor Swift lovers.
What I'm saying is that
Yeah.
they, like we did the Full Sin podcast the other
Yeah.
day. You went along, Tyler
Yes.
went, and it was great, but it just sort of degenerates into
Oh, who's
Steiny
yeah.
is going at me over LeBron. And when we finished, or maybe he even said it in the podcast, or maybe it was at the end, but his point is, he's my generation. You know, it's LeBron, and I'm doing Michael Jordan, because it's not even close between the two of them. Jordan's way up here. He is the runaway,
Right.
clear-cut GOAT.
Right.
And LeBron has had so many epic fails. He's had
Right.
so many issues, 4-6 in the finals. Jordan was 6-0 in the finals. So it's like Taylor Swift is LeBron, where all you can tell me your only argument for is, well, she's ours. She's our generation's. You know,
You can have her.
Whitney Houston.
Take
Okay.
her.
Really? Okay. Good.
Take her.
Sorry. You missed out, but you can still sample the other music.
Yeah, to see what
and just to
amazing
say,
voices are.
you can go watch Jordan clips and say, oh, that's how you do it. Oh,
You
there,
could
I
watch
get that.
Barbara Streisand in Funny Girl and see her
Yeah.
sing.
You know, I always thought this, first time I visited London, I'm a sports guy, but I went to a cricket match at a huge stadium whose name escapes me.
Yeah.
Tottenham. I forget what it was, but it was a huge. It was just packed, and people were
Right.
out of their mind over cricket.
Right. Well, they love cricket.
Cricket. I mean, they love it, and I'm
Right.
saying, this is insane because they play all day into the early evening. It goes on for like 12 straight
Right,
hours,
right.
and they keep breaking for tea, and then it ends in a tie. And I'm like, that's all you have, and that's the point.
That
That's all they
love.
have.
They love it.
Yeah, because they don't have baseball.
No.
And they're trying to get our American football. They have soccer, but I think our football is way better than soccer. But it's because I know both the games, and our football is better than their football
Yeah.
as a spectator sport. It's faster. It's more engaging. It has this nonstop momentum of
Right.
action, and soccer just it's endless.
I just think,
So Taylor Swift
Taylor
is soccer
Swift
and
thing.
cricket, right?
but it's not just young people, young girls 14 years old that love her. It's housewives, women,
Yeah.
whatever professions they are, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. It's endless. They just,
I know.
it's just larger than life. So
Well,
I say,
I feel like
good
the
luck.
housewives love Taylor Swift because their daughter, or maybe son, loves
Well,
Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
or working moms. It doesn't have to be housewives, but
Yeah.
you know, they love it. They have their friendship bracelets all
Yeah.
stacked up, and
Okay.
it's just part of now.
And by the way, Max from Miami
Can't get
says,
away.
Taylor Swift said that Travis Kelce, quote unquote, crushed his proposal. How in the world does someone crush a proposal?
Well, I guess he rehearsed it enough.
He rehearsed it enough. That's
That
it.
is
That's
the
what
way
happened.
of the world. Our friend Laura, from New York,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
told me the other day her daughter got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's planning the wedding. Her daughter is in her 30s. And Laura said to me, I'm out of my mind. It's now all about the photographer. They want the photographer for $10,000, and they want the special place, and they need the special this. And Laura's like, this is insane. How much money do you think I have? Because now traditionally the mother of the bride pays, and she's divorced, and she's working. She has 3 kids one graduated, 2 more in college.
She's actually a doctor.
Yeah,
and
but
she's really good.
She's an amazing
but-
Upper East Side
but
doctor,
it's
but she's
hard.
not a zillionaire.
No.
But it's all about, like she told me, when he proposed, she knew the proposal was coming. It was all staged.
It's
This is what
staged.
it's all about. So,
I mean,
he
he crushed
crushed
it
it
because he
good.
rehearsed it. Way to go, Trav.
and I guess he did all the components. And I think I read today that he had the ring for a while, just waiting for the time.
Okay.
I guess this is the only person who's ever become engaged. It's never happened before.
Yeah. Those pictures were so phony. They were so
But
staged.
it all
it's just
is.
ridiculous.
It's just all, but
Okay.
people want to live in that world and pretend.
All those flowers.
Listen,
They
I
must
like
have spent-
Hallmark movies, and I love it to fantasize,
Yeah,
to
you
get away
do.
from life, but I do know reality. I know
Yeah.
when I watch the Hallmark movies, it's not real, but you watch it only because you think, oh, I could just get rid of my day and I'm just going to watch it and it's mindless and it makes me feel good and is happy. But that's how people look at her life and they just think, it's such a nice story.
So the other day, you were walking, as you do almost every day, to
Yeah.
Beverly Hills
Right.
because you grew up in New York City, walking everywhere.
I have to walk. If
So
I
she
don't
has
walk,
to
I
walk
crumble.
or she flips.
I do.
And it's your
Escape
release.
and my release
It's
and my
release.
makes me feel like I'm
Okay.
still part of New York, even though I'm not part of New York.
That's true. But half the people out here are from New York, so
Yeah.
you've got that going for you, right?
Yeah, a lot of people, not everybody, but
Well, about
whatever.
half the people are
Yeah.
from in Beverly Hills area. So you're walking
I was walking
through
past
the mall, and then you go
and then
through-
I came back, and then as I was coming back, I was walking by a garage that the car was pulling out, and I stopped for the car, and this really nice gentleman, he rolled his window down. I thought he needed directions, and he said, "Hey, is your name Ernestine?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I love your podcast." And I
She
was
has a
like,
fan.
"Wow."
She got
That was so
recognized
nice.
in
and,
public.
And so he said, "Well, I've been a fan of Skips, and I've been listening to you guys, and I think you guys are so much fun, and I love watching you guys." And I said, "Well, thank you." Then I asked him who his teams are. We talked about sports a little bit, and then I said, "Do you work here?" He says, "I work right in this building." I said, "Oh." I said, "Well," he said, "I've seen you a bunch of times walking." Which is so weird to know that somebody, not that somebody's watching you, but it's weird that you don't know somebody
That's
sees
true.
you.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was
Way
a
to
really
go.
nice man, and I hope he's watching, and I hope
Good.
to see you again as I
Thank
walk
you.
by. We appreciate
You
that.
made her
we appreciate
year.
Well, we appreciate that. That's so nice.
You appreciate it for sure.
So do you.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
appreciate we appreciate
do.
anybody
All right,
who
let's
wants
go
to watch
to
our
YouTube for a
podcast.
moment to @NickLogan12.
Yeah.
Ernestine, I told you this was
Yes.
coming. Do you like your name, or would you have preferred another name or nickname?
No. I really like my name.
Okay.
Because it's so different.
Okay, but a lot of people call you Ernie, which in my life, I've never called you Ernie.
No, but I went into the store in the mall the other day, PacSun. It's kind of a junior store, but I buy stuff because the stuff fits me. And the girl behind the counter helped me buy a pair of sweatpants a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago. And I went in there and I was paying for a T-shirt. And she goes, "Oh, I remember." I said, "You remember you helped me with the sweat?" She says, "Yeah." And then she said to me, "Okay, Ernie, so we'll see you again." And she said, "Ernestine, do you mind if I call you Ernie? Or would you rather have me call you Ernestine?" I said, "No, you can call me Ernestine, you can call me Ernie." I said, "What's your name?" She said, "M, like the Wizard of Oz." I said, "Oh, okay." So I said, "Well, I had a friend, Roberta. They used to call us Ernie and Bert." And she goes, "That's cute." I said, "Yeah." And then I said, "Okay, I'll see you soon, M." She goes, "Okay, Ernie."
Wait, who is M in the Wizard of Oz? M?
I don't remember.
I don't know M. M?
Auntie M.
Oh, Auntie M. Oh, I'm
Auntie
sorry.
M.
I
Auntie
didn't get
M.
the
Yeah,
Auntie.
Auntie
Okay,
M.
there you go, M.
But I don't,
Auntie M was probably for Emma.
maybe, or
Okay.
I don't know. But people automatically, what they do with names, anybody's name, Richard, Samantha,
Well, obviously, yeah.
Stephen, people shorten names.
Yeah.
Oh, they call you Sam? Oh, they call you Steve? Oh, they call you... People usually call me Ernestine, but a lot of people immediately go Ernie.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And when I was working in PR offices, people would say, "Oh, we have a meeting, Ernie is going to join," and then the people think there's a guy, and then it's me.
Yeah.
But I love my
I don't
name.
like you having a unisex name.
Well, it's kind of a cool thing for a girl to have a guy's name. I think that's nice, but
Yeah. I just
I do
don't-
like my name.
I don't use it. I like
I
Ernestine.
told you what happened last week with the guy at Sweetgreens, which I saw him today.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah. And
Ernestine.
yeah, and he said, "Hey, Ernestine."
First
I
take.
said, "Yeah, first take."
Yeah.
I would bet someone, can you come up with 10 other women named Ernestine? You can't. There's
10. Who could come up with 5?
Can't come up with 5. It's my mother's grandmother's name was Ernestine.
Wow.
So, but I know Ernestine Anderson, jazz singer, long ago.
Okay.
Lily Tomlin, Ernestine on Laughing,
Oh, yeah,
played
she
the
did
telephone
Ernestine
operator,
character,
one
yeah.
ringy dingy, two ringy dingy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then there's a famous, I don't know her last name, but her name is Ernestine. She's a weightlifter.
Oh, okay.
That's the only 3 I know.
All right. It's a good name because
You?
it's rare.
Do you know any other Ernestines?
I don't know another Ernestine, but you have a rare name and a rare personality that is memorable to people. You just take over rooms wherever you go, take over stores, you take over the entire corridor of the mall. You just take it over.
But I have also, in my life, I have been called by people that cannot remember my name Esmeralda, Christine, Josephine, because people go, oh, yeah, I remember that, Josephine. And somebody kept calling me Christine in the complex, and I never corrected them because I felt bad, so I would just let them call me Christine.
Close, yeah.
It's like, okay.
All right.
So thank you.
That.
I do like my name.
She does. I do too.
It's a good name.
This is Bruce from St. Louis, home of my favorite baseball team.
St. Louis.
What do you think of Bad Bunny being named Super Bowl halftime performer? Your initial reaction was?
I would have preferred if they would have The Who or somebody that actually
What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing Journey
T-shirt.
and I love Steve Perry.
Living in the past.
I love Steve Perry. I have loved Steve Perry for a million years.
She has.
Okay? So, and I love Neil Schon, the guitarist, and I love Jonathan Cain. I love everybody in Journey, but they're not going to be together. I mean, they're together still, but without Steve. To me, Journey is not Journey without Steve. They have the other guy, Ornell, who's been the Steve voice for years, but he is not Steve.
The Who is a 60s band, as in
The
1960s.
Who, people know who The Who, they're touring right now.
They're touring.
Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend.
But if you
I would
have
just
them
love
play
anybody.
halftime of the Super Bowl, their fans among the Super Bowl crowd are going to dwindle to about 3%.
Well, but where are you going to get one person that's going to satisfy all ages, everybody? You're never going to find that.
All right.
I mean, if you brought the Beatles back, if John and George were still, dear Lord, with us, maybe the Beatles, but then you would get some 18-year-old kid who would say, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, but a lot of 18-year-olds do know the Beatles.
Well, yeah, if
'cause
you
their
go
parents.
to the mall, go to any junior store, and see rack after rack of all of the T-shirts they sell, from Leonard Skinner to you know, it's crazy because most of these kids that buy it, they don't even know the music, but it's a cool thing, and then they'll look them up.
Okay.
So I don't think you can't please all the people all the time.
Okay.
So for me, Bad Bunny, I like him as an actor. I'm not into his music, but I would prefer if they would have, somebody on a larger scale.
Okay. I only know Bad Bunny from Happy Gilmore 2, and he was sensational. I didn't love the movie, but he took it over.
Yeah.
He was
good.
he stole that show.
He was not good on Saturday Night
No,
Live
he wasn't
last
very
week.
good. We watched just because
was-
it's Bad Bunny.
The writing wasn't good.
No.
And I just couldn't. It was not good.
And there is a problem, the translation to English,
Yeah.
where he's having a little hard time, which is fine, doesn't bother me a bit. But
Just didn't work as well as Happy Gilmore.
okay, here we go again. Culturally, his music isn't our music. So if we're talking about the Super Bowl international audience, it could be 50% Latino. It could be Hispanic. It could be, I mean, you have to let them have their Super Bowl halftime also, because they grew up with that music. So it's like,
Yeah.
to
He
them,
just finished the tour. You did a
but we don't
sellout
like
tour.
mariachi music.
I'm not into it.
Wherever we are, if they come in with a mariachi band, it's just like, oh God, stop.
I'm not. I mean, a lot
Right.
of people like it, but again, where are you going to find a group that's going to play that everybody in the world likes?
You're not. I don't know.
I don't know. If you said Madonna, people would say, "Oh, well, she's too old." If you say
I mean, Beyonce is pretty crossover. I mean,
Tyler loves
I know,
Beyonce,
I know, but-
Tyler,
but-
you would want Beyonce.
well, who wouldn't? I mean, but everybody's pretty to very good with Beyonce, I think. No?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess she's universal.
I would think so. But
Let's get Wayne.
I,
Let's get little Wayne.
I'm all in.
We got two.
Well,
votes for
I was
Wayne.
hoping this announcement would be the makeup call for Wayne, and that
Right.
even though this one's in where, San Francisco, it's not Wayne's
Well,
hometown.
didn't
or New
Adele turn
Orleans.
it down?
I think she did.
She
I mean,
turned
that's
it
what we
down.
read. I don't know if that's true or not.
I thought she would be great.
I would think everybody would like Adele.
I would go for Adele.
Yeah, Tyler loves Adele.
Tyler would go
yeah.
for Adele.
Okay, all right.
I would
so-
definitely go for Adele.
Well, who wouldn't? That would work. I can't speak for Hispanic people. Would they not like Adele? How? That's
I mean,
a
what
voice.
do you do? Two different. Maybe you do two different people in halftime.
Well,
You do
sure.
Bad Bunny and Adele.
Yeah, I thought Bruno Mars was kind of crossover, where
Yeah,
he puts on a great show. I mean,
great.
Okay,
I love Bruno Mars.
but the Who and the Rolling Stones they're up there, man.
I know, but
They're in their 80s.
there's still people go to the mall,
They-
count how many T-shirts are
Okay.
being worn that says the Rolling Stones by 18-year-old kids.
True.
Everybody wants the tongue, you know.
Hey, if Mick Jagger played halftime, I think people wouldn't turn it off. Even people of other cultures
Listen,
wouldn't turn it off.
I watched, and I sent you some videos of Paul McCartney just
I saw
opened the
it,
tour
yeah.
from Palm Springs
Yeah.
last week, and he just played Las Vegas 2 days ago, and now he's playing Albuquerque, New Mexico tonight. He's doing like 25 cities. It's sold out beyond, and when they pan in the
understand.
audience, there are a lot of young kids.
Okay. All right. But Bruno Mars, excuse me. not
Bruno Mars.
No, but Bad Bunny.
Oh,
back
Bad
to-
Bunny, okay.
Bad Bunny is a talent. He's just a major
Yeah.
talent to me. He just has, listen, he played this sort of waiter caddy in Happy
he's a
Gilmore.
good
and
actor.
It was really good. I was shocked by it. I think he's a gifted human being.
Yeah.
That's my point.
He's very gifted.
Yeah. Okay. So we did that.
Okay.
All right. This is an email question from Dominic Maddox. And we're going to assume that he is based in New Jersey because he says casual cussing is like using a sledgehammer to construct a birdhouse. It's fitting in its place, but overuse makes you look ignorant unless you're from New Jersey, or as he says, just Jersey.
That's funny.
Okay, so I assume Dominic is taking a shot at his home state, right?
Maybe.
Okay, so we got into cussing last week because I'm torn about it. I'm on a new show called Arena Gridiron. You can find it on the YouTube channel, The Arena.
It's good.
We're on every day from 2:30 to 4:30 Eastern Time on that channel live. And everybody curses except me. I've used some of their curse words
You've borrowed some of their curse
in
words,
kind.
yeah.
I've gone back
Yeah.
at them with their own
Yes.
curse words.
But you would never, out of the blue, just curse.
I'm just not that comfortable doing it because, you know, it's funny. The more I've thought about it, so just so people can understand where I came from, I came from a really weirdly rough neighborhood.
Right.
It was white,
Right.
all white, but it had real low rent parts of it,
Yeah.
where there are a lot of little 2-bedroom, 1-bath homes, which I grew up in until I was 6 years old. But there's street after street where there was a lot of what you might call like trailer park trash
Right.
type. There were thugs. Some of these kids I went to grade school with were tough
Right.
and not to be trusted. And there's,
Right.
I fought my way home so many
Right.
days, but I cursed because everybody cursed. It's just what we did at recess in grade school,
Right.
like elementary school. One time I took my glove and this friend of mine and I played burnout at recess where we're standing, you know, like 20 feet apart. We're throwing a baseball at each other as hard as we could, like trying to knock each other down with it and
Right.
see who could stand in and hang on. Like we played
Yeah,
burnout when
yeah,
we're playing catch
yeah,
with the
right,
Nerf
Nerf,
ball,
yeah, yeah.
right? And I say, I'm going to throw this as hard
Right,
as I
as hard
can,
as you can,
and
yeah.
you're going to try to hang in
Right,
and catch it, right?
right.
Okay. Well, we used to throw it at recess with kids, all the kids gathered around watching, like who's going to
Right.
chicken out, who's
Yeah.
going to give up. And we're screaming curse words at each other. And
Right.
I can't really remember. I think we knew the F word already. This is way back. You know, this is
Yeah.
before I even knew what it, I had no idea what it
Right,
was.
right.
But I was a cursor. And then one day, I told you the story before, but in 4th grade, I was kind of the teacher's pet because
Yeah.
I was a good student because I worked hard at it.
Yes, you
because I
did.
cared, because I knew I was trying to get out of my house, you know, like I
Right.
was trying to make something of myself and get out from under my parents. But we go in after lunchtime, and this friend of mine named Billy Bishop, he calls me out in front of the class to the teacher, Mrs. Lowther, who
Right.
loved me, and said, I just want you to know, Skip Bayless curses like crazy, you know, like, and he's telling her all the words that I was saying at
Ratting you
recess.
out.
Yeah, just rat me out over the lunchtime
Right.
recess.
Which has no
And
reason.
I'm just
Why is he
horrified.
ratting you out?
I don't know, but he wanted the teacher's pet
Oh,
to
to
be
hate you.
to be exposed
Yeah.
for the teacher who loved him.
Right.
And she always loved me.
Right.
And so I cursed like crazy, but it just to the point of Dominic, you know, if you just keep cursing after a while, you're smarter than that. You know, I can use better words, but there are times, if I'm talking to you and I get mad, when I can't find a word better
Well, you're very smart. I don't know why you can't find a word
because
that's better.
there's a word that starts with F or MF.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, but to
You
drive
know a
home
lot
a
of
point-
words. You could find a better word than that
I
if you're
could.
so smart.
I
but
could.
I don't come from that world. I was talking to Francesca about this. My best friend
Okay,
Francesca.
your best friend Francesca, yeah.
She grew up in Brooklyn, from Brooklyn. She was raised in Brooklyn, lived in Brooklyn all her life. She doesn't live there now. She lives
Yeah.
she lives in New York.
Yeah.
And her family, they're Italian.
Yeah.
She grew up with cursing all the time. Her
In
mother
front
and
of her
father.
parents? Okay.
Her mother and father, they would be, you know, they would talk about whatever, that bastard, that son of a bitch.
Okay,
That's
all right.
very New York, very
I'm-
East Coast, very. That's it.
I'm always shocked that LeBron just curses like he.
But it
like-
doesn't make him a bad
but he
person.
curses in interviews. Yeah, we're fucking better than that, or
But that
whatever it
doesn't
is.
make him a bad
then,
person.
Then I wonder if his kids, especially when they're a little younger than they are now, but if at home when they were 10, 11, 12, if
Well, it doesn't mean they're cursing.
I know, but what if Bronny, his number one son,
Yeah.
what if at age 10, because he heard his dad say it, because he says it all the time in interviews, lots of shits, and what if Bronny had suddenly said at home, I'm not fucking doing that, Dad. I'm not gonna fucking do it.
I don't know. We didn't curse at my mother and
Okay,
father.
you wouldn't do it,
But
right?
we heard my mother and father curse. I grew up like Francesca. My parents cursed all the time. We would not curse at my parents. We would never curse
Would you
at
curse
my parents.
around them?
No, I would never.
I mean, if you just at age 12, if you'd used
never,
the F
ever,
word in your
never,
house,
ever,
what would
ever.
she say to you?
No, we wouldn't. My father would have knocked us across
Thank
the
you.
room.
There we go.
Right, but as an adult, I curse. Doesn't make me a bad person.
You don't curse that much.
No, I don't curse
actually.
like a drunken sailor, so to speak. But
That's like the
but I mean,
oldest cliche in
I
the
know
world.
it is an old
Curse
cliche.
like a sailor.
Right. I don't even know drunken sailors curse, but the thing is,
What about just sailors?
well, maybe sailors curse. Maybe they don't. But my mother and father cursed, but it didn't. If my sister, my brother, or myself would curse, my father would take his hand and whack us across the face.
I understand.
So it didn't mean that we curse. So I don't think LeBron's kids curse just because he does.
Yeah, Hazel's cursing at us right now.
Hazel could drive anybody to curse.
Okay, it's time for Skip and Ernestine go to the movies on the couch. And we did watch part 2 of the Charlie Sheen documentary. It's
Excellent.
excellent. It is so
Excellent.
well done.
Excellent.
It's beautifully done.
And he is so real and so raw. And I've watched a couple of more interviews with him because he's out promoting his book, Book of Sheen. I watched him on Dana Carvey and Dave Spade have a podcast called, I think it's Fly on the Wall. He was great. And then I watched him on Dak Shepard. And he's just so real, and he just will talk about anything. He's not going to lie.
Yeah.
And he's refreshing. And I hope that this helps him get, if he wants to work again, because I still think he's an amazing actor.
And you still think he's
He looks amazing.
hot?
He looks incredible. Francesca just said to me today, I said, did you watch the second part? And she said, no, I only watched the first part. I said, watch the second. She said, does he not look amazing? I said, he looks incredible. And he's HIV, and thank God, knock wood, he's in good health. So go Charlie. And the footage is incredible in his
It's
documentary.
enthralling. It's just the life he lived.
It should win an award for documentaries.
Sean
That's how good
Penn
it is.
doesn't look good in this. He just
I know
looks
Sean
so
Penn is just Sean Penn.
weather
He is just as real, I think, as Charlie.
Yeah.
And he's lived a life. He has lived. He's a hard liver. And he's
shows.
talented. Man.
Oh, is he?
Oh, God.
No doubt. So we caught up with this week's Only Murders in the Building.
Which I love. He's
I
cutting
am
out.
fading on it. I'm going to give it one more
Oh,
shot
I thought you were going to cut out.
tonight, or whenever we
Whenever we
decide,
watch,
one of
yeah.
these nights. Yeah,
I love it.
I'm going to give it one more shot because it's about to silly me to death. It's
I
just
love silly.
and
I think it's so, I don't know, maybe it's because it's a New York thing, but I so relate to that world of all those weird
oh, I get that.
cast of characters because they are those people that live in those buildings. You have so many weird things. And they're just so good together. Steve Martin, the three of them make that show and the guest stars. But
It just gets annoying
he
after a
gets
while.
annoyed. Me, not.
And the plot's not good enough this season to sustain.
It's not as good as the other
just
seasons. I
weird.
think, like I told my friend Laura,
Yeah.
who we were talking about with the
Yeah.
daughter getting married, I told her she should watch it. The first season to me is the best, right? It's because
It is.
Selena Gomez had a different take.
She was
Her character
totally
was different.
She's
she was
become
more
a woman
very
now.
New York,
Yeah,
hard-edged,
yeah.
young, headphones,
Yep.
hip outfits. Now she's become more conservative.
Yeah,
I like her better as the street girl.
yeah. And then we caught up on Tulsa King, which
We love.
she loves Sly. She
You
loves
too,
hot
don't you
guys.
love
I
him?
do. I do.
I like Frank Grillo. He's
It's-
great. He is so good.
It's pretty cliched in the.
Yeah.
It's stereotypical
Yeah.
of everybody, but it's just
It's
fun.
so good.
Yeah.
It's over the top, fun, and he plays it so well.
He does. He's
like the
born to play
Godfather
this.
in
He's
this.
the Godfather on a lower level.
All the cast members are so real.
Yeah.
All his
And
boys.
finally, as I waited for her to quote unquote cook my dinner on Friday
Cook,
night,
microwave. Yeah.
I'm just flipping. I always do this
Yeah.
every Friday
Yeah.
night, and you walk in and say, "Oh,
Right.
you're
You
watching,"
find
and I just
something.
go through all the movie channels, and I saw Talladega Nights was
Right.
on, and we like Anchorman slightly more than
Yes.
Talladega, but it was
We
the
love
end. It was the
Talladega.
last 15 minutes, and I just couldn't stop watching it.
can't.
Because it's just so good,
It just is so good.
and the music is so
The
good.
music is great. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah,
It's so good.
it's just so funny and so inspired, and
Every cast member is great.
yeah.
John C. Reilly with him is incredible. The behind the scenes
Oh God,
Blooper- the blooper reel
Yeah,
is
it's a blooper
so
reel at the
good.
end. Is really,
that's worth the
I
whole.
laughed my butt
Yeah.
off. Like
Yeah.
I just sat right in the same seat and just at,
just
at
so
the
funny.
outtakes, as
Yeah.
they call them. It's just one after another. They are all laugh out loud
So
at
funny.
the end of this.
Will Ferrell at his best.
Okay,
in
so
that and
Will
Anchorman.
Ferrell was at his best as Ron Burgundy
Yeah.
and Ricky Bobby,
Yeah, to
and
me.
he never got close to either of those to
No.
me in anything else that he ever did.
No.
No.
I mean, he's done other things we like, but
Yeah,
not
but
to
not
that
like this.
level.
That was just boom,
Oh,
boom,
man.
because
It's just
Anchorman had come out just before we met,
Right.
and then Talladega came out within a couple of years,
Yeah.
and they just hit
Oh.
and hit.
from beginning to end.
Yeah. Because
Jane Lynch. I mean, it's everybody in it.
and we didn't watch this the other day because we're too deep into the movie, but the dinner table scene
Oh,
in
the
Talladega
best. The best.
where they're talking about Jesus. To me, Jesus is
he's just a bum.
he's a bomb.
John
John
C.
C. Reilly, they're just riffing. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's all
completely
improv.
extemporaneous. The
Yeah.
whole thing, and I'm sure the shooting of the scene went on for 4 hours.
Leslie
and they
Bibb as
cut
the
it.
wife is
I know.
so good.
She's so good,
It's
and
just
the two kids are great.
the kids are great. If you want to laugh, you just have to put that movie on.
Yeah,
It's one of the best. And
Still
I, of
works.
course, watched another Hallmark movie.
All right, this is Jenny from Hartford, Connecticut, back in our old stomping
Yeah,
grounds.
yeah.
We went to
I like
Hartford.
Hartford.
Yeah. People are already decorating their homes for Halloween. Do the two of you decorate your home for any holiday? Well, we kind of do some Christmas. Yeah.
We do well.
do a little
yeah,
Christmas,
I mean,
right?
definitely. Halloween. I saw something on the news about a month ago where they started promoting. Maybe it was in July. it was called Summerween. So people celebrate Halloween in the
Summerween.
summer, so they call it Summerween. And they have all their houses decorated in Halloween in the summer. I don't know. That wasn't when I was little, but my mom would decorate the house. My mother loved putting outside, like, ghost things. My mother loved all that, and the pumpkins, but I never did it. I
Okay.
never did it myself. I'm not a big Halloween person.
No, neither am I. And you accuse me of taking this way too far and too
Yeah,
seriously.
you take this way too far and too
But-
seriously.
Halloween has always eluded me because when did we decide to make a national holiday out of celebrating the dark side? Because that's what we're doing. So even when I was a little kid, because I thought both my parents were crazy, but I'm saying, wait, all my friends are going to the stores. This is back in the days before creative costumes, because
Yeah.
all you could buy when I was a little kid was you could be a devil or a ghost. Devil or ghost, right?
Or Cinderella,
Okay,
the
but
girl. Oh, you're talking about a boy.
I guess boys.
Okay.
But it seems like the girls would just do devil or ghost.
No
That's
way.
all you could get.
No,
you go
when
to
you
like
went to
the
Woolworths, okay, when you would go to
and
Woolworths.
it's just they had stacks of
Woolworths
these
was-
costumes
I
for
mean,
$1 a piece. And
No,
were
they
just
came in.
junk.
My sister and I were talking about this the other day with Francesca. They came in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
It was like 99 cents,
Yeah,
right? And all
exactly.
it was a piece of nylon. Either if you were a
was.
devil, it was red cape.
Yeah.
If you were a ghost, it had like white. You could be a skeleton, and they would have like black.
be a skeleton.
Black. And then for the girl, you could be the Cinderella or a princess.
Yeah.
And then what they would do is they would make this. The mask would be cut out of plastic, and it'd have elastic from one side to the other side, like it would just make a hole. And then what
true.
happened one time, you would always get afraid you get it in your eyes, because it was like, I think I got it in my eyes once, but it was just like this mask that went on your face. It was like right on your face, plastic. And they gave you a wand if you were a girl. So my mother would make us outfits, and then we would go around trick or treating. Me and well, I was younger than my sister, and my brother, but we'd go around. But my father was back in the day before people cared about decaying teeth.
I understand.
My father was very into. He wanted you to. My father would not let us chew gum or eat candy.
Okay.
So my father was the house that we would buy boxes of little raisins. We were the womp womp house. Nobody wanted to come to our house. So back then they sold lifesavers, little like 5 in a package, like the mini lifesavers. So we would give out lifesavers and boxes of raisins. So nobody wanted to come to our house. But we would go trick-or-treating with my friends, and we would go to the houses. We would take pillowcases, and we would go get all the candy. And then what we would do before we got home, hide the gum from my father. And first of all, he would never let us eat open candy. Like people put open
I
candy
understand,
and apples. They
Yep.
put razors in apples. Like you can't, even back then they put
True.
bad things in apples. So my mother would clean out all the open candy and the fruit, the apples. But we would hide all the gum and the good candy because my father would just throw it out. We were
Okay.
not, that's not us.
Okay, so think about this.
Oh, so you're back to
So-
the ghoul thing. I'm
okay.
back into the
Oh, I understand.
fun part of
Okay,
Halloween.
that's the fun part, and I get it. But the subliminal message here is, so I'm trying to go to church and believe in God, and I'm taught the devil is everywhere, and I believe the devil is everywhere.
That's not what Halloween
okay,
is about.
Okay, but remember, the concept is, so you go to everybody's house to get candy, but if they don't give you candy, you can vandalize their house.
Well,
That's the
you
message.
did because you were
Trick or
part of
treat.
you were part of a
Treat or
bad.
trick.
You were
It
part
should
of,
be treat or trick, actually.
and
right?
and so please, you know what? Do you remember our? Okay, this has nothing to do with this, but Caroline. Do you remember Caroline? We met her at a Donnie and Marie. I
do.
dragged you
Yeah,
to
I
Donnie
know,
and
I
Marie at the
know.
time.
Yes.
She's a flight attendant, and she and I have this thing with Snoopy. I like Snoopy. She likes Snoopy. So we always send each other Snoopies. Yesterday, out of the blue, I get this package from her. She sent me a whole Snoopy theme of Halloween stuff. She sent me a Moleskin, you know that store in the mall, Moleskin. They make the agenda, and it has Snoopy on the cover.
Okay.
Then she sent me a Halloween sticky little stickers for Snoopy and a card. And the card said, she said, "There's so many tricks in life. I'm going to send you some nice treats," which was such a sweet thing to do for Halloween.
Okay. Well, now it's become a national holiday for adults because everybody wants to dress up as somebody they're not, right? So you get one night, one free pass night.
Yeah, that you
where
can be an imposter.
You can be somebody
Yeah.
completely other than yourself.
Yeah.
Where you can go crazy with your costume and dress up as some Donald Trump.
Did you ever go
or
to a
whatever.
costume party?
No.
You never did? I went one time.
Okay, well, I didn't go anytime, so you got me by one.
Well, I went once. I didn't dress up. I just had on a black dress. I don't know. I went to, it was an adult costume party, but I didn't go, the guy I was with, we didn't dress up. But I don't want to do that, but I don't care about that. I don't know. I don't know if I care about it at all. I don't really care about Halloween.
Okay, so
Did you go trick-or-treating, or were you anti that too?
when I was a little kid, like 4,
We have
5,
a
and 6.
jack-o'-lantern, and there's that house here in L.A. that they, you know, that
it's
house
right
that it's like a
up the
haunted house
street.
that they.
So we're doing this new show called The Arena
Yes.
Gridiron. So we have to go out into what's called the Valley here into Woodland Hills where we shoot the show, Gilbert Arenas.
Right.
And we go through a gated community neighborhood. It's great houses.
Yeah,
The best
beautiful.
houses I've ever seen anywhere in the country. All together, it's one after another, and they're
Right.
all different and they're beautiful. But now, about half the yards are already decorated,
decorated
for
already?
Halloween, like it's for Christmas.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of them that just go completely over
Yeah.
the top, and they have people hanging like,
Yeah.
like these
Yeah.
people are hung from their trees.
Yeah, there was that house in, you know, when we used to go on Motor to where my sister used to live, there was that one house over on
Yeah, I
Motor.
know it.
There's a house there that they go out on every holiday, Halloween. My sister and I would pull over and take pictures because it was just mind-blowing of what they
Yeah.
did. Kind of
So-
like, remember the Christmas one with Danny DeVito, the movie, when he says, when he puts all those Christmas lights up and he says,
You
his
can
wife
see 'em
says to
from
him,
space.
yeah, we want to be able to see him from space. That's what these people do. But I
it's-
don't know.
Okay, so it's a holiday whose genesis, speaking of the Bible, was to celebrate the dark side, right?
Yeah, but I don't think
You don't
people
think
think
it?
of that
Okay, well,
now. They
that's-
just think of it as, I'm going to get candy. And by the way, I do
Excuse to
love
dress up,
candy
yeah.
corn.
Okay.
You don't like candy corn? You're anti-everything.
I know, but this is when I was 4 years old. If you eat about 3 of them, it'll just make you sick.
I could eat
Okay.
about 100 of them.
Okay,
and
well,
I'll be okay.
There you go. Not anymore, do you
Well,
eat?
I don't eat them now, but I would.
Okay. You read the other day where college girls are paying tuition, if not getting rich, by posting explicit pictures on OnlyFans. So the new way is to put yourself through college.
Yeah.
All
they
you
go
need
and
to
they-
do is dress
blouses hang out.
provocatively, if not you're barely dressed
Right.
at all, and you
Yeah.
post pictures
You
on
post pictures
OnlyFans so
on
that people will
OnlyFans.
pay just to see your
Yeah.
pictures.
I'm thinking,
And
do
you
their
don't have to-
parents know that they're doing
You don't have
this?
to engage in sexual acts with
No.
a guy, or I guess with a girl if you wanted
whatever
to.
you
but
wanna
whatever
be,
you want to
whatever
be.
you're into,
Okay,
but-
but the point is, you just. Who's our one who's 20 years old? Oh yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
I can't remember her name. Lily? No, can't remember her
Whatever.
name.
But the point is,
Rain?
yeah, Rain. She doesn't even. She dresses
Oh,
provocatively.
the other day I showed you that video
know.
of her walking, hiking. She's hiking.
And she's got a giant butt.
I don't know.
Like
she's
a
got,
fake butt.
I think it's kind of not
Okay.
real.
All right, but
I don't know. So she's making
She
money
says she's
showing her
Christian.
butt hiking.
yeah, and that she would never engage in a sexual act
Right,
with a man
right.
on camera. I don't know
Right.
if she would off camera,
Right.
but she just dresses provocatively,
She's making all the money.
and she says she's making more than LeBron.
Right.
I don't.
7 figures. So
Okay.
meanwhile, so these college girls, their parents are saying, "Oh, are you working at Dunkin' Donuts? Are you
Yeah.
going to Starbucks to get a job?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts." And they're just posting they're on OnlyFans, making 100 grand or 200 grand a year.
All right. So my only moral to that story
It's
is,
just ridiculous.
if you cater to that crowd, if not pander to that crowd, it will mess with your mind over time, and it can destroy your ability to have a healthy sexual relationship with a
Well,
man
do you
or
think
a
their
woman.
boyfriends know that they're doing this? Like
don't know.
some guy is going to say, "Hey, what are you doing? I have to go to work." "Oh, are you going to the store to work?" "No, I got to take some pictures of me in scantily clad underwear."
Yeah, I don't know.
I told you the big thing when I was younger, the big thing was Playboy would do a special college issue every year that they would pick college women out of each special Ivy League colleges, and they would put them, in a spread. That, like, if you were chosen to be in that Playboy, wow,
Yeah.
that
Well,
you're
this
on your way to
is-
being an actress or
This
model.
is the new Playboy, and college girls are getting rich off it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, bully for them, but again, everything comes with a psychological price.
Yeah. There's
Over
nothing
time,
in life that's free.
Nothing's free. Okay. Let's try Summer.
And
from,
also the other thing
okay.
is, I wonder, back to that, if they eventually then go to get a job, once they get
that
into the real world,
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if everything is documented now on all these
Good
social
point.
media channels.
Very good point.
You're going to go to try to get a really nice job somewhere in a nice company.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to play in your favor.
No. If they find out.
Just saying.
Yeah, good point. This is Summer
you.
from Boise, Idaho.
Oh, boy.
Skip, your all-time crush is getting the docuseries treatment, and it's being produced by Kim Kardashian. Okay, or have a problem with Kim overseeing an Elizabeth Taylor docu?
Problem.
Okay. All right, can I make a
problem.
quick point of order?
Yeah.
Okay, so Elizabeth Taylor's not my all-time crush. I just made the point that
She's beautiful.
when we're talking about sheer, shocking beauty,
Yeah.
where
Drop dead beauty.
drop dead, where you look up at the screen, the silver
Yeah.
screen. Again, when I first saw her on screen,
Oh,
whoa,
breathtaking.
And yet, I'm not saying she's the sexiest woman I've ever seen on screen. It's just beauty at
violet eyes.
its height, where in photogenic,
Yeah.
telegenic, whatever that
Yeah.
movie genic
Just
is.
camera loved her.
Camera loved her,
And classy
where
and
she turns and looks at you in the audience, and you're like, whoa,
melting.
how could somebody be born that beautiful in the face, just in the face, not body? I'm not
Well,
talking
her
about.
body was voluptuous. I mean, she was.
Yeah, it
and
was
in
okay.
Cleopatra,
But
she was.
but they dressed her
Yeah.
that way.
And she was a child star too, so she grew up in front of the
National
camera. National
Velvet.
Velvet, and Andy, she was with Andy Hardy with.
Oh yeah, that's
know.
true. So again, not like a sexual thing for me, like
just
the hottest
beautiful,
woman ever, just the
beautiful.
most beautiful woman ever. I don't know, Kim Kardashian.
I have a problem.
Okay,
I think.
but Kim is
I'm
really
sorry.
smart. I mean,
I'm
you don't
sorry,
think she'll do it right?
No, I think it has to be somebody, unless she's working with one of Elizabeth Taylor's children.
Yeah.
That's who I think should be making this documentary.
Okay. All right, this is Jack from Alexandria, Virginia. Nearly 2 million people, reportedly, canceled their Disney Plus subscription following the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. Do you think that's an effective type of protest or find it to be ineffective?
I think, everybody needs to have their way out of showing their support. And so I think for those people, I mean, Howard Stern canceled his, a lot of big name people did. And I don't think that he even is back fully across the country because a lot of those syndicators won't show his show. So I think if you believe strongly, I think it's a way, even for yourself, to feel better.
If that's true, and I don't know that that's exactly right, that 2 million canceled,
Yeah.
but if they did, I would say that's a very effective protest.
Yeah.
Extremely effective. I have worked for that company. I've worked for lots of companies. That hits home
Yeah. No, it's big.
because 2 million
That's
is
a big chunk,
significant.
yep.
It's a lot of revenue lost. So maybe that turned the tide.
Yeah.
And for Disney's sake, ABC's sake,
Bob Iger's.
ESPN's sake, Bob Iger's sake, I hope they came back.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, we will end on this note. This is Morton from Portland, Oregon. If AI is now coming after actors, Skip, do you think it could get to the point where you and other sports personalities get replaced by an AI version? Okay, I'm not just defending my turf here, but I don't, because no robot, no artificial intelligence can think with the originality that I think with. I am one of one
That is true.
in my ability to see it
You are unique.
and redefine it for you, or to cut to the chase of what just happened before your very eyes. I come up with things that are correct, but I make you say, oh, I didn't think of that.
That is true.
I don't think AI could make you think of, because
I think they will be too literal in what they respond with.
Yeah.
It's going to be very cut and dry.
the
Is
AI
LeBron
version.
the best player in the world? Then
Yeah.
it would just give you stats on
Yeah,
LeBron.
stats on LeBron.
They're not going to delve into what you would delve into.
All the epic fails.
Right.
Would AI tell you that somebody from his camps told Stephen A. that after he failed against your
Right,
Boston
yeah,
Celtics
meltdown, yeah,
the last
right.
time around in Cleveland, that he got sedated,
Right.
according to his camp, before games
Right, so
4, 5, and 6?
It's not going to
Okay,
give
that's-
you all of the back
I
story.
just don't. I mean, original thinkers are hard to replace because I will constantly have new original thoughts about new developments in the world of sports. I don't see it. I'm
There's
sorry.
you, and then there's Einstein.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, I did.
But when it comes to sports, I'm smart.
You
I
are
am
smart.
a sports Einstein.
You do. You're a sports mind. You have.
I-
You got a. You were born
Okay.
with a sports brain that's
Brain.
gigantic.
That's true. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
It's
that.
true.
So this is at Oakland Warrior. I think this is from YouTube. Who says 1,000% AI will replace actors. Studios will use real people for meet and greets and premieres, but that's it. Studios, all caps, no longer need actors.
That's ridiculous. You
Man,
need
I
human.
just don't know.
I don't know unless you're going to become an age of. There's just robots everywhere.
Okay,
You need
but
real people.
man, I can see where some of the, what are the movies you watch? The
Hallmark.
Hallmark movies. Maybe you can take what would be called a B-ish kind of movie.
Yeah.
That's just fun to watch. Maybe you could replace those actors because I don't care, when you're watching, you don't really care who the actors are.
No, I do like. There are a lot of. You don't watch Hallmark, but I mean, there are well-known actors that I like that play on there. They're their core actors. But you mean you're not going to have a scene? You're not going to have to shoot on location. This is all going to be studio,
Yeah.
all created. So you don't go on location. You don't create a. There's no need for any interaction.
Man, I just don't.
Maybe if you're going to live in a robot world, I can't see that.
The greatest actors, the originals, the goats, the
De Niro, Pacino,
Yeah, you-
Robert Redford,
how
those
can you-
people. You just
you
create
can have
an
an
image.
amalgamation of
Yeah,
them and try to
that's what I-
create that
no way.
character. I
No way.
just don't know if you can get an Academy Award winning performance out of a robot.
Well, they wouldn't have the Academy Awards, and then that would be gone because you can't. Writing maybe, but not real people. I'm sorry.
Okay, and at Brilliant Hoop says, for 85% of actors out there, we wouldn't know the difference if they were real or AI. Okay, I don't know if I'd go to 85, but I might go to 60. That's what I'm saying. There are a lot of movies we watch. Oh God, we turned that one off.
Which one?
Dirty, what's it
Which one?
called? We
Who
were
was in
watching
it?
Mark Wahlberg the other night.
Oh, jeez, that was
What's
so
it called?
bad.
Dirty something.
That was Dirty something. I gotta
All
look
right,
that up.
whatever, but
Yeah.
it's just,
His last movie that's on. That was so bad.
yeah, but we turned it off. We tried and tried to hang in, then we're both just falling asleep
Oh
because
my
they just
God.
kept repeating the same plot line. It had a good beginning to it, but there are a lot of actors in that movie that you could
Play
AI.
Dirty.
Play Dirty. I'm sorry, Play Dirty.
That was
Yeah.
a bad movie.
Okay. I liked the start of it. It was intriguing.
Oh my God.
And then it just goes off the rails, and it stays off the rails the whole way until finally, I'm not
take it.
entertained anymore. It's just silliness after a while.
take
The
it.
guy gets pushed out of the window and falls like 15 stories and hits the top of the car, and he's okay.
Right.
He's okay. He's banged up.
But the thing with the AI, you'd have to create. It's not. You don't need to go anywhere. You're just creating.
Yeah.
It's like doing cartoons that come to life.
Yeah. Michael Costin says, he says, I'm a coder and I train AI.
Wow.
And at some point, the AI begins to learn and move forward to where they will learn everything it's tasked to do, including acting. Okay, so that's from the horse's mouth, Michael. Appreciate that. It just seems like, to a point, I get it. And we will, probably in our lifetimes, we're going to see movies that are AI generated from start to finish by AI actors
Hope not.
and AI plots. And it'll probably be pretty good.
Well, but that's CGI. That you don't like CGI, and then that's what it is. But I hope
Okay.
not. I need real people.
Likewise, there are original humans you can't replace. Finally, this is from X at 1776 Republic 986 asks me, Skip, do you have indoor only Jordans? I've always got my Jordans on.
He's got Jordans on. Yeah, he's got Jordans on.
See
They're
these?
black and white ones.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. I live in Jordans. I don't have indoor only Jordans because I do wear all my Jordans outdoors.
He goes out with his Jordans.
But I don't wear any single pair very often.
Are there any like indoor slippers, indoor Jordan slippers or something?
No. So I will go outside with every pair I have,
That's true.
but I wear them so infrequently that they all stay pretty much fresh out of the box-ish.
Yeah, they are good.
They all, like these are the ones I've worn the
Yeah,
most.
you wear them a
Yeah,
lot.
I do, but whatever. That's all we got for this one. So
Amazing.
thank you for watching our round 43, and we will see you next week, if in fact we're still speaking, which is always debatable.
Who knows? Peace out.